Unscripted.
You know, I've contemplated doing videos like this for years, and I think that one of the main reasons why is not because of a disrespect type of thing, but because, you know what, I've been griefed, and a lot of people act as if I'm the only person that ever gets anything wrong in this gaming industry. You know what I mean? Like, I must be the only one to ever sensationalize or, you know, have done a video that ended up being wrong, or said something on a social media platform that was wrong, or at least taken wrong. And so the main kind of thing that I wanted to say is, at this particular point, YouTube is pretty much killing off my channel anyway. I get no reach. I get, you know, basically the equivalent of shadow ban. People that subscribe to me don't get notifications. You know, none of my stuff gets get put out as recommended. It sort of is what it is. You know, I think that I'm still having fun with this stuff. How much longer I'm going to do it, I don't even know. But, you know, years and years, you know, I was told, you know, fight back a little bit, or if you see something, maybe do a video about it. I tried to stay away from it. This isn't necessarily drama. I don't personally have any beef with anybody in particular. You know, I mean, there's a few people that I really could possibly get into it with, but that's neither here nor there. But one of the things that I see that pops up, like on my feed all the time and things like that, is just utterly ridiculous. And I just think to myself, these people are like leading a group of gullible sheep into believing this nonsense, okay? And I think it's basically time to maybe bring it to attention, and that's basically what the idea is. Like, you have people kind of running, you know, with this stuff, and it just makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, you know? And I kind of wanted to do it, and I wanted to, you know, and listen, I'm not sure how this is going to go over. I'm not sure what people are going to say. I'm not sure what people are going to think. I'm sure all kinds of crazy things. But at the end of the day, I just felt like this is something that I kind of wanted to get out there and get ahead of and just talk about it. And it's one of the most egregious offenders that I've seen. And, you know, again, I think that it's like, I just want to say, like, I respect the hustle. Like Colt Eastwood, man, he's created a hell of a channel for himself. I respect the hustle. I respect the game. I think that that's great. But when you see stuff like this and it shows up, you know, the way that it does, you just kind of question some of this stuff, okay? Like, listen, when you make a tweet that says Xbox is the market leader and you get 1,700 likes on it and a bunch of retweets, and, you know, a few days later, you get the NPD announcements that PlayStation 5 is the fastest selling console in the US in history in both unit and dollar sales, lifetime sales with 5 months on the market. You sort of have to go, well, what the heck is this guy talking about? And this isn't the only questionable thing. I mean, we've all sort of made a little bit of a joke about some of the stuff that this guy said, like, you know, he's sure that God of War is going to be a fun, you know, 9 hours, but he's going to spend hundreds of hours in Crackdown 3. I mean, that's not even some of the worst egregious offenses. The problem is this guy lives kind of in a bubble, you know, and as an Xbox influencer, of course he's going to continue to say things like this, and with nobody checking him whatsoever. Now, I'm not saying, listen, this guy's got far more subscribers than me, more views than me. I get it. My channel's crappy. Save the jokes and stuff like that. What I'm trying to say is, because somebody has more subscribers or more views doesn't make them a better. His stuff is highly edited. I get that, and highly well done. But highly well done and wrong are two different things, okay? You can have the most well-edited, well-crafted, well-put-together videos in the world, but if what you're saying is wrong and you're misleading all the people that are subscribing to you, I feel like that's wrong, and somebody should be out there to say something. People were sure as hell out there enough to say things about me when I happened to be wrong and things like that, and I had to send out, you know, the apologies and stuff like that. So, yeah, you know, I do find it to be a little bit sort of this double-edged sword, but I also find it to be, like, for me personally, where people were perhaps, you know, harsher on me than they are on a lot of the other people that are out there doing the same things. I get a lot of crap from my titles of my videos, but you look around and I see almost every YouTuber using the same tactic, but they didn't do as much content as me, so I guess it's not as big of a deal. You know, it's like, you know, one person is in jail for assault because they assaulted one person, and one person is in jail because they assaulted 10 people, and then the person that, you know, assaulted one person is calling out the person that assaulted 10 for assault, right? It doesn't matter like how many you did. It just matters. I mean, you're doing the same exact thing. So I felt like this was a bit of a funny situation because by every metric, Xbox is nowhere near the market leader. Now, if you wanted to say Xbox Game Pass is the market leader in subscription services, I think that would be more okay. But even going back, and people send me stuff, and I don't like to get involved in this stuff, but, you know, all kinds of stuff. And he's even said in the past where, you know, that you have to pay to play online, free to play games on other platforms, even Xbox. This has not been the case either. There's been a lot of stuff, and people send me this stuff all the time and ask me, well, why don't you say something about it? Why don't you say something about it? This person says something about you, or this person says something about you. It's like, you know, listen, I get it. You know, a lot of people say a lot of things about me. I mostly just let it go. You know, but at the end of the day, I don't think that it got me anywhere. I don't think that it really did anything in terms of ability to, you know, nobody thinks I'm a nice guy, right? Like, I'm just being completely honest here. Like, for this entire situation that I've been on YouTube, people have given me crap, and people have done quote-unquote exposed videos about me, and people have, you know, personally attacked me, and people have, you know, said all kinds of crazy crap about me behind my back. And, you know, for the most part, I really let it go, you know, trying to be the bigger person, because I honestly, you know, just as someone in life, I honestly just have tried to kind of have a live and let live type situation. And that has gotten me exactly nowhere and gotten other people everywhere, you know, just by being able to be douches and kind of jerks to everybody else. You know, I mean, you can have a tagline of be nice, but it's easier said than done when you're living in your own little bubble where you're blocking everybody on social media that has a different opinion than you or that tries to call you out. Listen, not everybody's trying to be a jerk guy and say, hey, you know, you're doing this and this is like, but sometimes it's okay to have somebody to keep you in check a little bit when you start to get a little bit full of yourself with the ego and stuff like that. And that's what you have. It seems like a little bit of an egomaniac type of situation here. And again, I'm not even saying anything bad. I've done podcasts with the guy before. I think he's, you know, good on the mic, and he's, you know, well, good on the mic with the pre-scripted stuff. Not, you know, I wouldn't necessarily say in podcasts and things like that. He's not very quick on his feet, but you know, in general, I just think that, you know, people, it's good, I guess, to keep other people checking. I'm not even doing it in a mean way. Like, he'll continue to be successful. Who gives a crap? Nobody's going to see this video anyway. It's not like it's going to show up and people are going to go, oh, man, you know what I mean? It's nothing like that. It's not the be-all, end-all, because I just have a little crappy channel that's on the way out. But, you know, I just felt like I keep seeing this on my feed today, and I thought, you know what? Why not cover this? Why not do a little video on this? I'm not, like, specifically knocking the guy, but, man, like, you're leading a bunch of blind sheep. I did that, too, and I apologize for it, right? I was doing these pro Xbox videos every day. People were telling me how they were buying Xbox because of me. You know what? That's not a good thing, because you might believe in your heart of hearts of it, but do you, at the end of the day, really want people to go out there and spend their hard-earned money on a console that literally probably isn't going to have any games for years to come? Like, that started to get to me personally. Like, people were like, I got an Xbox, man, and then, you know, they start to be a little bit unhappy. Well, I thought it was super great, man. It was, you know, the way you talked about it. Listen, just because I was enjoying something and then it started not to enjoy it myself, actually, doesn't mean that, you know, that you will, you know, especially if you're looking for, you know, these great new games. You know, it's still going to be quite a wait before you get those. But again, you know, I try to stay out of this type of situation, and I'm not like upset or anything, but you see this, it crosses my my feed a lot, you know, and it's just like, well, why not? You know, everybody and their mother did videos about me, talks about me, you know, tried to ruin me. You know, YouTube finally succeeded, but, you know, I just wanted to get that out there, maybe see what others think. I mean, I'm sure that there's maybe a few people that watch us both, but do you, like, not realize the amount of kind of BS that this guy's spewing most of the time? Just wrong. You know, just completely wrong about so much. And I just found it to be a little bit egregious and was like, hey, you know what? Might as well get out there in front of it and say a little something about it. Man, listen, I would love to get into debate with this guy. I would love to just absolutely just tear up any point that he has, because this guy is absolutely probably one of the wrongest Xbox fans I've ever seen in terms of what he says about Xbox and about where Xbox is doing and things like that. I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous at this point. So, yeah, shots fired. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.